going on, everybody? What's going on? My name is Pete, but you probably already knew that. And if you're watching on the replay, leave a quick comment saying hashtag Team Replay. And let's jump into this. Let's get to the point, guys. My name is Pete, but you probably already knew that. But in case you didn't, you guys are watching the one, the only Paid to Drive, one of the only channels on YouTube trying to put a little bit more of that money right back in your pocket. That's right, everybody. Hope you're all having a great Friday. Everyone comment the secret comment code PTD Fridays down below. If you are a DoorDash driver, comment DoorDash driver right now in the chat, in the comments. And I got to give a huge shout out over here to Mr. Bryan Medina for bringing this to my attention. DoorDash and some other food delivery companies could be having some issues here. Let me just get into this here. Everyone smash that like down below and subscribe if you are not subscribed yet, and turn that post notification bell on to all, ALL, so you don't miss any future uploads. Let's go for 150 likes. Comment 111 if you smash the like, 222 if you haven't yet, and let's jump into this. Let's get to the point. The food delivery company GrubHub said it has collected hundreds of millions in taxes for deliveries and service fees in dozens of states since at least 2011. But Recode has found that in some of those states, GrubHub's top rivals in the delivery space, including DoorDash, Postmates, and Uber Eats, don't appear to be collecting a cent. Ugh. This discrepancy puts those rivals in a precarious position if regulators take notice and object. Several tax experts Recode interviewed said food delivery app companies' tax practices could raise legal concerns. The sales taxes in question are on fees that can amount to as much as a third of the total price of food orders, or at least $120 million per year of taxable dollars on the sales of major food delivery companies in California and New York alone. Based on Recode's calculations on an estimated market size from research firm Forrester, if you account for all of the U.S., that could amount to hundreds of millions of dollars per year. The experts told Recode these tax practices could be a liability not just for the food delivery apps, but also for the restaurants whose food they deliver. Both the apps and the restaurants could later be on the hook for paying taxes that apps aren't currently collecting. It's another example of how existing laws haven't yet adapted to the gig economy. And in the meantime, these tech companies are taking advantage of the loopholes. I wouldn't feel very comfortable if I were tax counsel for one of those companies if those taxes weren't being collected, said Hayes Holderness, assistant professor at the University of Richmond School of Law and a state tax policy expert. Holderness called it an aggressive and risky decision for companies not to charge sales taxes on delivery, but not necessarily unreasonable stance. And one that could be debated in court. For companies in the competitive food delivery market, the immediate business benefit of keeping sales taxes lower could also outweigh the legal risks, he said. Gig economy companies have historically loosely interpreted the law, or in some cases skirted it entirely, to benefit their business models, and regulators are increasingly examining their behavior. The Washington, D.C. Attorney General announced earlier this week he's suing DoorDash, arguing that the company misled customers and pocketed workers' tips. Earlier this year, politicians raised concerns about wage theft when Instacart, DoorDash, and several other companies were found to be using workers' tips to subsidize their own costs. The companies all eventually revised their policies, and with DoorDash being the slowest to do so, and many workers continue to report low pay. In September, Uber made a baffling argument that its drivers aren't core to its business as part of its rationale for why a new labor law targeted at gig economy apps didn't actually apply to the company. And ride-hail companies have similarly been accused of not doing enough to prevent and investigate sexual assaults that occur during rides. In every case, gig economy companies have argued that they are digital marketplaces matching sellers and buyers and are therefore not financially or legally responsible for things that happen on their platforms. When it comes to sales tax, companies have an obvious business incentive to avoid charging. It keeps prices low, keeps customers happy, and keeps sales up. And in the food delivery space, which is an increasingly competitive industry with tight margins, that's an acute pressure. So guys, basically this just keeps going on and on. I'll put the link in the description if you'd like to check it out. But basically what they're saying is, DoorDash is still continuing with these deceptive practices of not collecting the sales tax in some states, which could lead to major issues in the future. So I'm just curious, what do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below about whether or not you think this will affect DoorDash drastically or not so drastically. Like I said, I want to hear from you guys. And of course, please make sure you are all saving money on the Get Upside Gas app. Comment 333 if you've already signed up. Comment 444 if you haven't yet, or if you don't know what it is. Link is in the description. All you do is pump your gas, print out your receipt, take a picture of your receipt with the Get Upside app, and within 48 hours, they'll send you 15 cents to 45 cents a gallon back, which is fantastic. Results may vary. And if a friend or family member signs up using your code, you'll get paid every time they pump gas. It's called Get Upside. Link is in the description. Please make sure you are subscribed right here to Pay to Drive. Comment 777 if you're subscribed with that post notification bell set to all. Comment 888 if you're not yet. Also, make sure you're subscribed to my second channel, PTD Vlogs, where we will be having a video over there after this. So make sure you're subscribed there too. Comment 999 if you're sub, 101010 if you're not yet. And finally, join us on our Facebook group, the Delivery Driver Lounge. We are now 2,400 plus members strong. We talk about all of these topics and more, so I'd love to see you on there. Link is also in the description. Make sure you answer all the questions when you sign up, otherwise you will not be approved. But on that note, everybody, I hope you guys all enjoy your weekend. I'll see you tonight for the PTD Power Half Hour at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific. Set your phone alarms. Don't wait for a YouTube notification. And until next time, get that money, get that honey, keep hustling, keep bustling, and we'll see you next time right here on Paid to Drive. Everybody comment the secret comment code, PTD Fridays. Comment that down below, and we'll see you next time.